Hi, here we are. We might be a minute or two late, but that's okay. It's July 1st, and welcome to Lunch with Linda. I am Linda Daniels, and you are now inside Northampton Wolves, here in Northampton, Mass. Happy July. Here it is, July 1st. Who would believe it, right? Half a year is already gone, and now we're starting on the second half.
Oh my God.
I know. It was disturbing to hear on the news this morning that the sun will set tonight at 8:30, and tomorrow it sets at 8:29. It's already disappearing. Well, say hello if you're here. I hope that you're able to join us. And those comments are so far away today, Kate, that I can barely even see them showing up. So Kate says hello, and we'll answer any questions that you guys have.
All our regulars are here.
All right, you guys, thanks for showing up. This is, in about another half an hour, going to be the start of my week's vacation. I'm going to be home this week with my family. They arrive tomorrow night, and I am excited and ready for a little bit of a break. We've had a wonderfully busy spring that has really kind of worn me out, I guess, is another way of putting it. But so I need a little rest and relaxation to recover for the rest of the summer, because we've got a lot going on this summer. There's a ranunculus class this month that I've talked about already. There's sidewalk sales, and Periwinkle Sheep is doing a pop-up. And believe it or not, we're starting to get in some of the fall stuff. There's one new yarn that's already come in, but I'm not going to show it to you because I want to have something knit out of it before I do. The other thing that we're doing in August is a Love Notes class, and I started mine, and I wanted to show you that. I was telling Kate this morning about it because she looked at the sample and went, "What is this?" The ranunculus is a sweater that doesn't look good in the photographs on Ravelry, but in spite of that, people have made it one of the most popular sweaters because it looks fantastic when it's on. So it's kind of the reverse. You trust that the pattern works and that it's going to look terrific when it's done. Love Notes is exactly the opposite. It looks fantastic in all of the pictures. And the reason I decided to do a Love Notes class is because a lot of the other shop owners that I follow have been wearing one, and I made one a long time ago. It's almost as popular as ranunculus. I think there's about 13,000 projects in people's queues, but it looks horrible in the making of it. This is what it looks like right now. Actually, that looks pretty good on screen. Sorry. It doesn't look that great in person.
With the background, it's a dark background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Love Notes. It's a lace yoke, and then it's all stocking net stitch. One of the main differences is that you start with a provisional cast on and do the neckline later, and there are no short rows in the neck. So you don't have to do short rows at first. It's a relatively simple lace pattern that is both written out and charted. So if you're afraid of charts, you can follow the written word. If you hate the written word, you can follow the chart. The other really fun thing about Love Notes is that it starts as a very small size. You can make it for a baby all the way up to a very large size. I'm making one of the larger sizes for myself. Because I haven't made it in a while, I figured I should probably reintroduce myself to the pattern so that I'm pretty familiar with what's going to go on in the class. So I decided to make it for myself in preparation, and I'll make another one in class for the store because I think we really do need to have one. Take a look at it on Ravelry and take a look at the projects so you can see all kinds of different things that people have knitted out of. It's another one of those sweaters that came out when everybody was doing fingering weight mohair with a fingering weight wool, which is what I am using. I'm using the Emma's Super Silky. We have this in limited colors, but this is what I chose because I also have a kind of whitish, it's more of a pinkish off-white mohair, and I am really trying to use up some of the stuff that I have at home, but I had to find just the right thing to go with the mohair. So I'm using those 2 strands, but again, like ranunculus, you can use a bulky weight. It's on a size 10 needle. You could use a DK weight by itself, a worsted weight by itself, or double it up like this. But that class is going to be in August. So if you've seen Love Notes before and want to try it, look at it. I'm almost at the split for the underarms, and I also want to make a baby size one because I think that would be really cute. I forgot that they did it in all of those sizes, and when I got the pattern out again, I was like, oh, we should have a baby Love Notes as well. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be working on this week when I'm home.
Oh my gosh, Jen Gerhardson said she's gardening and watching.
Oh, Jen. It's a great day out there for gardening.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is that I jumped on the Taylor Swift bandwagon, and I am making the Taylor Swift dress. I've got both sleeves done, and I've started one of the fronts, and I'm hoping that I can get it finished while my granddaughter is here so that we can take a picture of her in the dress. She's not what I would call a big Swiftie fan, but she did get to go to a concert, so I think she might get a kick out of seeing the dress. So those are the 2 things that I am going to try to finish up during my week at home. I'm using the Jody Long Chow yarn, which is a superwash wool, and it has a nice springiness to it because it is a superwash, but still a lightness to it. It isn't a really heavy, thick yarn. It's more of a DK weight, so you'll get to see that because we're making that for the window. We are in, like I said, continue to be in the middle of our clean out. And if you follow us on Instagram, you saw our post about the free patterns. And this is what the free pattern box looks like. There are some pretty great patterns in here. You don't have to purchase anything. This basket is going to be on the table, and each pattern is in its own sleeve, and you can just take one out when you find something that you might like. It's all the same pattern in that one sleeve. And there's some big time stuff in here. This is Moon Whistle.
Oh my gosh.
From Andrea Mowry. And there's a lot of, this one is Undertow from K1C2. An Anne Norling shawl pattern. These are patterns that we're just done with. The paper gets to be overwhelming sometimes, and every once in a while we just need a really big clean out and decompress and make room for all of the new stuff that's going to be coming in. So this is on the table. Like I said, there's absolutely no obligation. Big free sign. If you need some inspiration or just want to add to your collection of mostly shawl patterns, there's 1 or 2 sweater patterns in here, but there's mostly shawl patterns. Come on in and take a look. You can sit right at the table and flip through them pretty easily to see what's there. That is that. Our deal of the week, as we continue our clearance sale, I've decided to add to the clearance sale, we're going to put all of the Beet Street kits on sale, including the Unbeatable Scarf Kit. This was the very first Beet Street kit that we got, and it's my favorite.
You're probably going to keep that.
I'm going to keep this one. So the Unbeatable Scarf Kits all of the Beet Street kits are 25% off. So it comes in a box like this with the pattern for this particular scarf that I have on, but it does come in a bunch of different colors. Because it was so hard to inventory, we do not have these listed by color on the website. So this is something that you're going to have to come in to take a look at. But the other thing that makes the Beet Street so special is the yarn itself. This is
It's definitely got
silk. silk and hemp, and why can't I remember exactly what it was? They have the names of them. So they're all there. There's the piegla, the rizzoni, the speck, and the fusula. So some is silk, some is hemp, some is cotton, some is a cotton and silk blend. Each one of those is a different fiber, which when you see it up close and in person, you can see the difference between the actual fibers.
Like
some look a little bigger, the texture difference, right? So it comes in what they call night, that has the darker colors, and the day, which has the white in it with different colors to go with it. Okay, so 25% off means that this used to be, wait a minute, make sure, yeah. This used to be $52 and now it will be $39. And there's plenty of yarn. Yes, this scarf has been around for a little bit, so it's a bit elongated, but there's plenty of yarn to make this really fun, decent sized, just perfect for summer scarf, I think.
Yeah.
There's then the other Beet Street that we're putting on sale is called the Living Color scarf. This one is all hemp. This was $47, so now it'll be $35. And
show the colors.
yeah,
Like really nice colors.
These do. We don't have a lot of these left. I think there's only about 5 of these kits left, but they do come in different colorways. And I crocheted a scarf with it. Just a simple double crochet, and went from one color to the next. So this, like I said, is hemp, so it's also a good summer project. Nice to work with.
And Brianna, she made her own triangular scarf.
Yeah, we were with Brianna yesterday, and she knit a little triangle scarf out of it. Look at that.
With
That's
the same
really
kit.
cute. With the same kit. There is a pattern in there. If you want to do the pattern, you can. If you want to do something else, you can see that there's plenty of yarn to do that, because this is nice and wide. So you could certainly do less width and more stitches and make it even longer than this. So this one is on sale. And then this one we don't have worked up at all. This is Holy Hemp, and this also is all hemp yarn. And there's 6 skeins in here, so this makes a really big scarf as well. And this is another, was $52, so it will be $39, right? Is that what I said? Yeah, $39 on sale. And we've got that mauve kind of colorway, this turquoisey bluish colorway, and then a natural in the gray and the white. So these are already marked down 25%. They are right here in this big basket, so you have lots of colors left to choose from. We do have quite a few of the unbeatable scarf kit, but the others, we are really getting down there. We only have between 3 and 9 of each of them, so they have sold really well. And then the thing that we only have 3 of is the, did you say that Kacha?
Yeah.
Kacha? These little kits, we only have 3 of left, and these make the little hemp washcloths. And if you want to make a great little shower gift, get this. Make up the 3 cloths, get some great soap to go with it, and you've got a wonderful little shower present
Put
for
it right
that
back
bride.
into that container.
Yeah, and save the bag.
Yeah.
Because it's a great little package. So blue, orange, yellowish, and this, again, this mauve kind of color. So that's that. And then we have 2 of the pie kits left. Kate, this is one that you use, right, Kate?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, so
colors I
Kate
use.
made this up.
There's also the yellow and gray and white, which is just always a classic combo.
Really pretty. She didn't wear hers in today, even though I crossed my fingers and hoped that she would. Didn't make it here today, but you'll see it on her this coming week. Yeah, so That's the other thing. Even though I'm not here, we will be open on Wednesday and Friday and Saturday, our regular 10 to 5 hours. Kate will be here, Brianna and Kim will be here.
And you know, if you can't get into the store, we can explain the colors on the phone.
Yeah, we can tell you about them.
I've done that several times.
If you call.
Yeah.
There's a screw loose on this chair.
Oh, we'll fix it later.
All right. Okay. I want to encourage you all to take a little bit of time, if you are with family this week and have some youngsters around, give them some yarn to play with. If they don't want to learn how to crochet or knit, that's okay, but give them some string to play with. If they want to learn to crochet or knit, please take the time to show them, even if you have to cast on and help them hold the needles. And I'll tell you why. When I was up at the Greenfield Festival, one of the children that was there was 10 years old. Part of this was his personality, but the other part I have seen happen before. He did not know how to tie a knot. Not even a simple little knot. I said, don't you tie your sneakers? And he said, no, he doesn't use shoelaces in his sneakers. And I was a little bit thrown by the fact that a 10-year-old could make it to 10 and not have any experience with yarn or string or even shoelaces. So take the time. But that also brings me to another story that I had this week. I had a customer who came in and made a purchase, but she was telling me that when I think I asked her who taught her or how long she had been knitting, and she said that when she grew up, there was a bag in her mother's closet way up on the top shelf, and she always wondered what was in that bag. And isn't your mother's closet like a magical mystery place?
Totally.
Like, ooh, I can remember the feeling of looking in my mother's closet as well. Well, eventually, she said she was about 8 years old and convinced or got into the closet herself and took the bag down and opened it up, and it was full of her grandmother's projects. She said my grandmother by that time had very severe rheumatoid arthritis. Her hands were unable to even hold knitting needles, but her mother had kept the projects that her grandmother had been making. And this woman said she was totally enthralled and fell in love with the whole idea of being able to make something. She said my grandmother knew how, and when I asked my mother if she knew how, she said no. She had never been taught by her mother how to knit or crochet. And when this woman asked if grandma could teach her, they realized that that wasn't going to happen because her hands were so bad. So this woman said that she taught herself basically out of the books or little leaflets that were in this bag of special projects. And it made me realize that you can learn stuff on your own, and now we have YouTube, so there's a vast resource right there, but it's so much more meaningful to learn that from somebody in your family. Now, there's always that level of patience and frustration that comes along with that, which is why we end up with that kind of, I'm going to call it a myth of this kind of talent skipping a generation. I'm not so sure that it actually skips a generation as it is this. As a grandparent, I will be the most patient with my grandchildren that I possibly can. Now, not every grandparent is like that, I know, but boy, if they want to learn something, I'm going to do everything in my power to help them learn that. As a parent, I don't have that kind of time. I just don't. And I don't have that kind of patience. It's just not there. So I think that contributes to our feeling that things can skip a generation. So if you're a grandparent, take the time to try to pass this joyous little gift along to whatever child you come in contact with, so that I don't ever have to hear, I don't know how to make a knot again in my life.
He's a great mom.
And maybe you'll be lucky. And I think I told you when I went out to California, so excited about my granddaughter having learned to crochet. Her 12-year-old attitude was, I already know. Everything. I know how to do that. We're going to learn to sew. My goal is that they're both going to learn how to make a pair of sweatpants this week. That's the other big thing that I hope happens. We'll see what happens. Okay. That's my story. I just wanted to, yeah, that is it. I now want to thank so many of you for taking part in our WIP t-shirt contest. there's an absolutely gorgeous butterfly flitting against our window. Big.
Oh, I want
big,
to
big,
get
big.
inside. Tell
I
the
know.
colors.
It's beautiful. There he goes. People are stopping to look at
It
it.
was so pretty.
Okay, the WIP t-shirt contest, big success. We had over 20 people finish the t-shirt and bring them in. And we got all kinds of wonderful comments from, it was so much fun, and thanking me for making it fun and doing a little contest like this. I got a comment from people about how they never thought they would make a t-shirt, let alone wear a t-shirt, but when they did both, they were really pleasantly surprised with the results. They looked fantastic. We took pictures when we were able to. I am afraid that we might be missing a couple people, so if you see the reel that we do on Instagram later on this week and your picture is not there, please forgive us. We really tried to get everybody's results in. We just got one this morning. Saturday, we had a couple of people dash in at the last minute with their finished thing. So I'm really, really excited and happy. There was so much success around the t-shirt contest that it makes me want to make one for myself. So that might also be one of the things that I try to get done in my relaxing week off.
I know, right? So many things.
So we've got all kinds of entry forms in here. And remember, the winner is going to win, wait a minute, I gotta put it up higher.
Okay.
Is going to win a $75 gift certificate. You will be able to, whoever it is, you will be able to pick that up on Wednesday, because Kate will have it here, or whenever you get in, but it will be here on Wednesday. So now the big results of that contest. We'll see who is going to win the $75 gift certificate. Holy cow. There were big entry forms, so we folded them all up into quarter sizes. Okay.
Oh my god. Wait. What? Why can't I grab
because
just one?
I know they're all sticking together.
Oh. Oh. Maureen Marino.
Oh, Maureen, it's you. Congratulations,
Yay.
Maureen. $75 gift certificate is waiting here for you to pick up the next time you're around. And thank you so much to everybody. And hopefully the weather cooperates and we have a beautiful week so that all of you have a chance to go knit something. Bye-bye.